Dougie, the standout comment yesterday for me was from the Garda chief, who said, I didn't have to ask anybody to come and help. They all just turned up.
As has he in the last few minutes. He's just over my shoulder. Drew Harris came in to look at exactly what the situation is. All morning here this morning, the Health and Safety Authority have been in, as has specialised Garda teams, looking to find out exactly what was at the cause of this horrendous blast that cost so many lives. Don't forget, there's 8 also in hospital. One of them is still not in good shape. But Drew Harris, the Garda Commissioner, was also a Deputy Chief Constable of the PSNI in Northern Ireland, so he's well known to both sides of the border. But that cooperation has always been there with the ambulance and fire services, even with our Coast Guards, our helicopters, and our ambulances that come in. But there is now, at the bottom of this all, names and pictures of people coming out, and we're starting to know the story of who they are. Amongst them are mothers and sons, fathers and daughters, and cousins. This is how close this community was and how many that actually perished here.
Yeah, very, very moving, particularly, again, the young girl with such a promising rugby career ahead of her, now so cruelly cut short. You're also a hard-nosed reporter, so I've got to ask you this as well. The authorities were very upfront last night and this morning in the belief that it was probably a gas explosion, but quite rightly they cannot rule out the full panoply of investigation, and I guess that's what's going on right now, as you just said a moment ago.
Well, it is, and it is for a number of reasons. And first of those is really the grieving process here. This hasn't been a terrorist attack or something that people can put a blame on. They have got to grieve, and they've got to know why their loved ones lost their lives so tragically and so spectacularly. It is astounding to think that all these little communities here will have someone in it. If you can imagine, some of these communities in the past would have went to one funeral. You will imagine that all of these communities will go to all 10 funerals because it is that closely linked. But they are looking for other things in and around, without speculating too much. But I would imagine that they'll be looking for blame that might bring in regulations and so forth.